Hello there, beautiful collective. This is your 8/12/25 Lionsgate portal message. So we are coming to a closeout with this portal, and the overall energy for this collective is coming in pretty strong. For your past, it looks like you, collective, have been very strong. You've been definitely the type that has overcome many, many obstacles. And I feel like you've done this, but you've still kept a very kind heart in the process. I feel like this collective has just grown to see themselves as larger, but they haven't actually gotten the cockiness that comes usually with that skill and with that accomplishment. So that's really interesting. This is a very humble collective. This is a very divinely strong collective. I feel like you guys are very strongly with your divine feminine energy when you're choosing to be. I don't necessarily feel like right now you're using your feminine energy, though. It looks like you, collective, are tapping more into your masculine energy right now. In your present energy, I have the Ace of Pentacles here. It did come out on its side. So I feel like this is either a new income stream that you are currently still building up, or it might be that you took kind of a blow, but then you're bouncing back relatively decently, or it could be that you're building towards a new income stream of some sort. There's definitely a blessed idea that you are going to be bringing into fruition, and you're going to be able to actually reach that abundance that you've been seeking for so long, collective. It's right on the other side of the portal. I feel like the future energy for this collective, we've got the King of Pentacles. This is amazingly strong. This is either going to be more on the masculine side of who's watching, or maybe this is talking about your divine masculine, who you are currently involved with. But either way, there is a very strong masculine energy here who is beginning to learn how to be stable, who is beginning to actually be very abundant in his own right. He's very secure and practical. If this doesn't sound like you, then it could be the energy that you're going to be entering into, or again, it could be somebody that you're dealing with. As for what your self-expression is right now, collective, it looks like this is the group that may consider themselves the wounded warrior more often than not. It looks like you, collective, have gone through a lot of battles, and you feel like you're always having to be the one to fight people. And I feel like you kind of trap yourself away with your responsibilities sometimes just to keep yourself safe, it looks like. But again, that's just your self-expression. So that's what everybody else sees about you. And I'm sorry if you hear little clicking noises. It's my adorable little kitty Zeus playing with his Easter egg. Okay, so as for your hope or your guidance, it looks like with the Page of Pentacles here, you are meant to be a student of the universe right now. You're meant to just be learning. You're meant to be learning that value of the dollar, learning about what your assets are, what your value is as an individual with whatever your talent is, whatever your skill is. But I feel like this collective is meant to be staying out of the drama, out of the gossip, out of the mix. And you should be just focusing on learning the recipes so that you're able to create that dream that you have in front of you, that you're holding in your hands, that you know is so close, and you just have to figure out the next steps to get there. So let's see what those steps could be. So it does look like for your manifestation and your growth potential, where you should point your focus is actually on where things have not gone to your benefit. So I'm not saying focus on the times that you've failed or the times that you've been flawed or whatever, but more so look for the lessons in those times, because you need to look at things as if they are something that you don't have to feel threatened by. So I want you to look at the things that have let you down in the past, look at the things that you've let yourself slip up on, and allow those to be your guiding points of where you're asking for strength or where you're putting your focus into correcting, so that you don't have to keep getting affected by them. Don't let yourself fall into that karmic cycle again of the same behaviors over and over again. It's time that you reverse that wheel on your own and let those setbacks be temporary and bounce right back. If you lose things, then that just means that your arms are more available to pick up what you could be gaining. So don't get discouraged at the bad luck. Don't get discouraged at the letdowns. I'm also seeing that this collective needs to understand that a lot of things are just out of your control. It's not about whether you're being cursed or whether you're being blessed or whether, sometimes it's just the way things are. And that's what you collective need to understand. You can't force anything. You need to just let it flow naturally. And sometimes life sucks. That's just how it goes. It's not something personal. It's not everybody against you. It's not something you need to feel like you have to defend yourself from. It's just the way things go, and they will keep going if you don't stop. If you keep going, the world keeps going, and a new day will rise. Just like the sun went down, a new sun will rise in the morning every single day. It's a new start, a new opportunity. So don't let those letdowns be something that you take personal, as if the world is against you, because it's not. The universe is always working for you, but you have to let it. I'm seeing here for what this collective needs to release is their feeling of hopelessness, and also whatever this mask is that you may have been wearing that makes you feel like you're two-faced. I feel like this collective has a very hopeless feeling a lot of times lately. It may be causing you to actually be moody or unrealistic with your expectations when it comes to romance. That's what this collective is needing to let go of. So anything that is a limiting belief, anything that has a pattern that you've noticed when it comes to your romance and when it comes to the way that you romanticize about life, the way that you carry your hope, and the way that you take action towards the things that you have emotion for. And start breaking through that cycle. It no longer needs to flow the way that you had it going before. You just have to get out of the habit of doing things the way you were doing it before. I feel like this collective has a very big heart and a lot of emotion. I do feel like this can come out in a way that's very moody or unstable, kind of like a roller coaster, and that's okay, because that just means that you've got a lot of emotion to be giving to people. But if you're wanting yourself to be heard, collective, if you're wanting your emotions to actually be met, then you need to meet people in a way that they're going to be able to process what you're trying to give them. So really be cautious and careful and pay attention to how you treat other people and how they respond to it. And maybe you can adapt some of those strategies so that they work a little bit better for you, and you don't have to feel like you're wearing a mask all the time, trying to keep up with the image of yourself that you set forward. If this collective is holding on to a past romance that was with somebody who was very two-faced or very unfair emotionally or immature emotionally, then this is your key or your cue that it's time to let go of that relationship that you're holding on to. If you're currently in a relationship, then you'd be in the first group that I was talking about. But if you are holding on to a past love who was very duplicit or two-faced, it's time that you let them go and allow yourself to put down your defenses so you don't always have to feel like this wounded warrior. Not everybody is on the opposite team. But also, you don't need to have a team at all times. It's okay to just be yourself, and you can still have just as much hope either way. As for your strengths that Spirit wants to highlight for you, you are a collective who is very capable of overcoming things. You get pushed down and you're very resilient. You bounce back up. It might be a little bit slower sometimes, but you always find a way to re-rise, to still be rising after every fall. You, collective, live very much by the Phoenix concept, and that's an amazing energy to be holding. I feel like you also are the type who do feel overworked a lot, and you may have used to feel underpaid for that work that you do, but I feel like now it's starting to balance out a little bit for you with that Ace of Pentacles and King of Pentacles coming out in the beginning. When it comes to the advice or insights from your spirit guides for this journey, just hold on tight. Don't get discouraged. Don't lose your stability. Make sure that you stay stable. Make sure that you stay grounded. They want to see you grounding yourself every day. Start putting that into your daily routine, your morning routine, your evening routine. Even when you're in the shower, do grounding exercises. You could say affirmations for your root chakra and your sacral chakra. You could do visuals. You could do meditation. You could connect with nature. But whatever it is that you choose, make sure you do it every day, because this collective is going to be needing it a lot in the near future. And you need to be the ones that are able to catch things calmly, collectively, and with coordination still. Cool, calm, and collected. And let's see here. As for the immediate action that you can take as your first step to take towards whatever it is that your goal is, you gotta work through that depression and those limiting beliefs, that mental prison that you have built for yourself with those limiting beliefs. I feel like this collective needs to escape their own mind. It's time that you feel liberated. It's time that you free yourself. It's time that you actually let yourself go down those rabbit holes in your mind that go positive directions, collective. Let yourself escape those bars that you have locked yourself in inside of your mind. You're okay. Your truth is valid. And the more that you stand in it authentically, the more that people will accept it. And with the collective, your path that you could be taking to keep a long-term sustained manifestation flowing smoothly. It looks like you, collective, are going to be needing to take very deliberate movements, literally, righteously, genuinely, directly towards your goal. You may be traveling soon or in the near future. You may even be getting a new car, or maybe you just got a new car. I want you to remember to do things in the most logical sense that you're able to, collective. Don't let yourself start thinking too chaotically or erratically. Remember, you got to work on that grounding, exercising every day. And last but not least, we have the final outcome. So the real potential that you're working towards, and with this Lion Gate energy. And for that, it looks like you're going to actually allow yourself, you're going to finally let yourself say you quit when it comes to overworking yourself. When it comes to feeling like you always have to defend your position, feeling like you always have to help everybody else and nobody's helping you. It looks like this collective is finally going to learn how to say no and put some of the work down for somebody else to pick up. That is absolutely what you are headed towards, collective, and I'm so proud of you for that. It is hard to say no, and it's even harder to learn how to say no for yourself because of self-love. But you're going to be doing it, collective. You're getting there. No more people pleasing. No more losing out on your own manifestations and your own potential to help other people with theirs. It's time for you to focus on yours and to stop overworking, stop letting those boundaries be invaded, and start building that future that you have always been too scared to dream about. Because now is the time that fear is being released. And the final word for you, collective, I'm going to pull an oracle card here for you. You must be clever and cunning in order to overcome obstacles and objections. A naive approach will not serve your purpose this time. There is something within your reach that you want dearly. Materialize, and it will fill you with joy. So there you go, collective. Hope this was helpful. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment if it resonated, and check out my other videos. Love and light. Bye.